Fear is the major obstacle towards success. The day you learn to tackle your fears and overcome your fears, that will be the breaking point towards your success. In this video, I'm going to be telling you how and why I chose nursing in spite of being scared of blood. So if you're interested in hearing my story, let's dive right into it. Welcome back, everyone. So today I'm going to be talking about why I chose nursing. We have a lot of health related courses. We have medicine, we have pharmacy, which was actually my ideal profession. We have lab scientists, we have a lot of them. But why? The question is why? Why nursing? Why nursing? Why not medicine? Why not lab scientist? Why not a pharmacist? So back then in my secondary school days, I always had this dream about becoming a pharmacist. Wearing those lab coats and dispensing drugs at calling especially the names of big pharmaceutical companies and all those stuffs. So those were actually my dream, to become a pharmacist. But along the line there was a change of plan. It's pretty amazing how I could wake up all of a sudden and make a new decision from what I had already planned my life around. So I had this woman who would always refer to me as Nurse Chamaka. By the way, my native name is Chamaka. And it means God is beautiful, God is great. Yeah. So that woman per se, she was a relative actually. And she would always call me Nurse Chamaka and all those stuff, telling me stories about how she dreamt about me being in the hospital and helping people and all those stuff. But as of that time, I had no intention, absolutely no intention of becoming a nurse. Like I said earlier, my dream course was pharmacy. So along the line, I lost this woman in the hands of death. She died from a certain disease. And it gave me reasons to reflect, and because I was actually helpless during the period of her sickness and all those stuff, I couldn't see myself doing anything to help the situation. So it gave me reasons to reflect, and I came about a resolution that if I was actually into the nursing profession, I could have done something, I could have had a solution. Or now that I don't have a solution, of course death does not have a solution. Now that I don't have a solution, I can actually help others. I can actually help people that passed through such grief and all those stuff. So I came to the conclusion that I might actually want to try that lane, which is the nursing itself. It was a pretty intense decision to make, because as of that time I had serious phobia for blood. I remember an experience when I was small, when I injured myself, and this process of before bleeding comes in, it was like a very big scratch. So since that period I had this phobia for blood. I could cry at the sight of blood and all those stuff. But I had to make the decision because I wanted to reach out to people. I wanted to be there. I wanted to help care for every other person who was passing through a certain form of illness, help in any way that I could. So I think that was the beginning of my journey into the nursing. I entered the nursing school in the year 2019. Yes, 2019. And I would say the first week wasn't pretty amazing to me. It was the orientation week. I would say generally any step towards success, it always comes with challenging situations, which what matters is your ability to tackle those challenges. Now, my challenging situations actually started from the first week in the nursing school, when we had to go rounds, like when we had to go through a tour. It was during our orientation. We were taking around the hospital, different units. We had to enter different units, and the last stop was at the mortuary, where we had to see a lot of people were lying dead there, and waiting for probably their funeral rites. I think after that experience, especially that last stop, I felt really scared. A lot of patients will come to you and say things like, "Hi nurse, please, you have to help me. I don't want to die." You can see their kids even coming to you to say things like, "Nurse, please help my mom." And imagine a situation where you have those little kids come to you and say things like that. I believe that was pretty challenging to me. Then the height of it was when eventually I witnessed a death of a patient. The patient suffered from a long-term cancer. She was at the end stage of cancer and had the DNR form signed. So at that point, I could watch this woman dying. Like, we were helpless, could not do anything. All we could do was to make sure she was not passing through pains and watch her die peacefully. I could see her children screaming. I could see her children screaming, crying, "Help, help my mom," and all those stuff. So those were pretty challenging situations. I know a lot of you will be eager to ask this question: how were you able to overcome your fears? I mean, it wasn't really an easy task. It was the major thing. But one thing I figured out was, you can do everything. You can do anything you want to do as long as there is a will. So I had to convince myself that this is the reason why I'm here. The reason why I'm here is because I want to help. The reason why I'm here is because I want to care. The reason why I am here is because I want to try as much as I can to prevent these people from losing their life. So I think that was the major thing that spurred me into overcoming my fears. I had to do away with my fears. I had to tell myself that if this works out right, then I'll end up putting smiles on the face of a lot of people. I'll end up taking away burdens from a lot of people. I'll end up being there for a lot of people. And that was a stepping stone towards my success story. So to you out there, you nursing students, you someone who is having that thought of joining the nursing profession or even the medicine or anywhere, and you feel like you have this challenge, you have this thing stuck in your head that you cannot do it, I am here today to tell you that you can achieve that task. It is achievable. You just have to convince yourself. You just have to come with the right mindset. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be challenging. But what matters is the will. I can do this. And you will see yourself channeling your mindset towards doing it. And at the end, you see yourself achieving that task. Like I said earlier, it is achievable. Thank you all for listening. If you found this video educative, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And also turn on the notification button for my next video. See you all in my next video.